This movie, adapted from Stephen King's novella of the same name, aims for profound musings on life, death, and human connection, but drowns in its own cloying sentimentality and structural clumsiness. Told in reverse chronological order across 3 acts, the film swings wildly, from apocalyptic dread to saccharine coming-of-age drama, yet it never coheres into anything more than a collection of tired platitudes dressed up as cosmic insight. Despite a stellar cast and the movie's evident devotion to King, this metaphysical misfire feels like a bloated audiobook, overstuffed with heavy-handed narration and manipulative piano chords. The film opens with its strongest segment, a surreal apocalypse where Chiwetel Ejiofor's schoolteacher Marty and Karen Gillan's nurse Felicia navigate a world unraveling through natural disasters and a fading internet. Mysterious billboards celebrating Charles Krantz pepper the crumbling landscape, injecting a darkly comic mystery. But the intrigue fizzles as the movie leans into mawkish philosophizing, with Nick Offerman's incessant voiceover, reciting King's prose like a folksy sage, smothering any subtlety. The apocalyptic setting, initially eerie, becomes a backdrop for trite musings on humanity's place in the universe, undermined by a score that begs for tears. Act 2 shifts to a bafflingly brief glimpse of adult Chuck, played by Tom Hiddleston, an accountant who breaks into a spontaneous street dance with a stranger to a busker's beat. While Hiddleston's enthusiasm is infectious, the sequence feels like a music video dropped into the wrong film, disconnected from the broader narrative and leaning on the tired trope of dance like no one's watching. The final act, an overlong dive into Chuck's childhood, is the film's nadir. Laden with cliched mentor figures and a predictable supernatural hint, it's a syrupy slog that mistakes nostalgia for depth. The attempt to tie Chuck's love of dance to the earlier acts feels forced, and the big reveal about his life lands with a thud, exposing the story's hollow core. The movie's fidelity to King's text is the movie's undoing. Rather than adapting the novella's abstract ideas for the screen, it transcribes them verbatim, letting Offerman's narration and a cloying score do the heavy lifting. The result is a film that feels like it's lecturing rather than showing, with every emotional beat telegraphed by maudlin music or over-explained dialogue. The cast brings gravitas, but they're stranded in a script that prioritizes King's aphorisms over character depth or narrative momentum. Benjamin Pajak shines briefly as young Chuck, but even his charm can't salvage the film's bloated final act. This movie wants to be a life-affirming fable about the beauty of existence, but its reverse structure and relentless sentimentality make it feel like a self-important sermon. King's novella may work on the page, where its ruminations can linger in the mind, but the movie's slavish devotion robs it of cinematic vitality. What remains is a disjointed, overly earnest film that mistakes recycled wisdom for profundity, leaving audiences more exhausted than enlightened. It's not worth to spend time to watch this. We do not recommend this movie at all.